Right, so we've got reform now, haven't we, saying that they want to ban foreign nationals from claiming most benefits. Yep, that's the latest thing, isn't it? And do you know what? It's got me thinking. I actually think that this is a conversation that we should be having, because at the minute we're constantly being told, aren't we, that, you know, we've got no money, we need to save money, we can't afford this, we can't afford that. We've got to reform the PIP applications now, haven't we? I've done a video on that yesterday. We've got to reduce the welfare bill. And ordinary people are thinking, hang on a little minute here. Just hang on. Before you start taking money away from people who are disabled, sick, or genuinely struggling, how about looking at who is eligible to receive benefits in the first place? So reform is now proposing that foreign nationals would be banned from claiming most benefits. We're talking about the likes of universal credit, there's housing benefit, there's job seekers allowance, isn't there? There's child benefit, free childcare, pension credits, what else is there? And disability benefits. Okay, that's an awful lot of benefits, isn't it? They've even been proposing that this would apply to some EU nationals who currently have settled status. Okay. So reform says it could save around 21 billion, I think it was, a year by the 5th year. A lot of money, isn't it? And this is part of a much bigger plan around the 50 billion that they're going to save on the welfare bill. Now, obviously, there's going to be complications, isn't there? It could mean that renegotiating parts of the Brexit agreement even. And yet British people are living in, and British people in Europe could potentially be affected as well, couldn't they? So let's not pretend that this is simple and it's just a flick of a switch, because it's not, is it? But I keep coming back to one question. You know, I like my questions. Why are we always starting the conversation with the person who was already struggling? Why is that? How much more can we take off them? That's what it seems like, isn't it? That's happening. Rather than who should actually qualify for the support from the British taxpayer. Because think about this, if you've worked all your life, you've paid your taxes, haven't you? And then you become disabled or just too ill to work. I don't think that you should be made to feel like you're some sort of burden on the state, should you? After you've worked all your bloody life. And that's where I think this debate gets a little bit muddled, if you like, for want of a better word. You can believe in the proper safety net for British people who genuinely need it. They need a safety net, don't they? And believe that immigration and access to welfare needs should be controlled. Those two things aren't actually exclusive, are they? And let's be perfectly honest here. We've got people arriving illegally on small boats, well, large boats now, aren't they? We've got asylum seeker accommodation being paid for by the taxpayer, as we know. We've got billions being spent on asylum, on the asylum system itself, before anything else. And now we're going to have a massive national debate about cutting benefits for people who are already here. So where are our priorities? I'm not saying that every foreign national is claiming benefits. I don't have to explain that to you. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is, I'm not saying every migrant hasn't contributed. Of course, many have. We know that. I'm saying that if you're going to come to Britain and live here, there should be rules about access to British welfare. That's all I'm saying. And those rules should be fair, shouldn't they? Because the British taxpayer isn't an unlimited bank account. We're not a credit card, are we? And you know what? I think ordinary people are just sick of being told that there isn't enough money for anything, while governments keep finding billions and billions of pounds for other things. So reform has thrown this into the middle of a political battlefield, you might call it. And whether you support reform or whether you absolutely hate reform, this is going to be one hell of a debate, isn't it? Because the question isn't simply should we cut benefits? I think the question is, who should be entitled to them in the first place? And that's a conversation that I think Britain has avoided for far, far too long. What do you think? Do you think that the benefits need cutting? Let me know in your comments below. I'm just going off for my walk in my park, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da!